Live. Welcome back. It's day four. Day four. The step-by-step success with FreeCodeCamp responsive design web series. Responsive web design series. We're gonna pick up where we left off yesterday. Let's see. Entire screen. Boom. And with that, let's get started. So we're working on the magazine using CSS grids. We're at step 26. What time is it? It's 12:37 a.m. I'm still sick. But we're going to soldier through. What else? Let's do an hour, and then I'll take a break, and then continue. I want to do 2 to 3 hours today. Alright, let's go. Let's get going. Okay, so far I think yesterday we did all the HTML. Cool thing I liked from yesterday's work was the... Hold on, let me just... Where going up? I liked these icons for social media. I always thought those were images or SVGs or something, but it turns out they're really special fonts from Font Awesome. Yeah, you're not even using like specific letters or anything. You're just calling a class inside an I element. It's a Font Awesome Twitter. What is FAB? Might be FAB. Font Awesome Button class? Is that it? Let's look it up. I class. Oh, the animated spinners. Cool. I class. One font, 361 icons. Perfect for retina display. That's cool. That's cool. It's an interesting resource. Let's get back. Why can't I resize you? Alright, so this is our HTML. So we have going for us. Alright. To start your CSS, normalize the CSS rules. By targeting all elements with a star, including the before and after pseudo selectors. Then set the padding, including the before and after pseudo selectors. You haven't done anything. Okay. Set the padding, margin properties both to 0. Okay. box sizing to border box. Okay. I already saw it, like, have an effect. Alright. Let's see, before, after, padding, because it's 0, let me see. Margins. Default margin versus non-default margin. Okay. I don't know about the pseudo selectors. Does this? Will this pass? Oh, I have to do that. Cool. Okay. Before and after. Check my code. Yep. Step 27. Hold on, just a reminder. Or 27 of 80. 80. Let's do this. Let's get to 80 today. Alright, create an HTML selector. Okay. That's an HTML selector. Give it a font size. Property to 62.5. 62.5%. 62.5% of the screen. Interesting. Nope. Not 65. Okay. This will set the default font size of your web page to 10 pixel. Browser default 16 pixel. So why did you do 62.5? Why don't I just do 10 pixels? Yeah. Let's ask that question. Let's pull up chat. Let's pull up the chat. Why use percent? Scalability relative to the parent element's font size. What's the parent element of HTML? Okay, that's strange. Yeah. That is okay. Let me see what else it says. Someone messaged me. Nope, no one messaged me. This makes it easier to scale text up or down. responsiveness. More fluid layout that adapts more gracefully to different viewing environments. Alright, so iPhone SE, iPad Air. Not really seeing it right now, but we're just starting, so thank you, chat. Let's get out of there. Okay. Focus, let's go. Font size 2.5. Okay, so this will make it easier for you to work with RAM units later. S2 RAM would be 20 pixels. Okay. Excited about that. Let's see. Step 28, create a body selector. Set the font family. Oops. To Baskerville. Basker W. Get the fallback of serif. Set the color proper to linen. Set the background color property to RGB values. Okay. 20, 30, 40. Cool. I forget if it's supposed to be in double quotes. Alright, correct. It's in double quotes. Step 29, create an H1 selector. Let's do this. Set the font family to Anton. The fallback of sans serif. H1, let's see. Save in 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Anton. Create an H2, H3, H4, H5, H6 selector. Create an H2, H3, H4, H5, H6 selector. Give it a font family set to railway. Railway. Fallback of sans serif. Do I have H2, H3? Maybe somewhere around there. Is it 100%? Yep. Create an A selector and give it a text decoration. Set to none. Okay. And the color property set to linen. Okay, so that FreeCodeCamp link becomes normal. Now you're ready to start putting together the grid layouts. Now we're ready. CSS Grid offers a two-dimensional grid-based layout, allowing you to center items horizontally and vertically while still retaining control. To do things like overlap elements, begin by creating a main selector. Begin by creating a main selector and giving it display to grid. Okay. Was there a difference? Let me just check it out. Without the grid, with the grid. Nope. Step 33, now you can style the layout of your grid. Now, okay, so we got display a grid, okay, for main. Main is the parent of everything. And it's a child of body, okay, main. Display grid, good. CSS grid is similar to Flexbox in that it has special property for both parent and child elements, right? In this case, your parent element is the main element, right? Set the contents to have a 3-column layout by adding a grid template columns property. The value of 1 FR 94. This will create 3 columns. The middle column is 94 M. First and the last column are both 1 fractions of the remaining space in the grid container. 1 fraction, 1 fraction. Alright, so set the content to have a 3-column value grid template. Oh, okay, so adding a grid template column. Oh, cool. Grid template columns property. Grid template columns property, and then you specify the width of each of these grids from left to right. 1 fraction, 94 rems, and 1 fraction. This will create. Alright. Let's check it out. Saving in 3, 2, 1. Look at that. We have 3 columns. Let's see, 1. Do we have 3 columns? 1 column, 2 column, 3 column. Yeah. This is 94 REM. If I shrink it, nothing's happening. Let's take up the whole thing. Alright. Next, use the min-max function to make your columns responsive on any device. The min-max function takes 2 arguments, the first being the minimum value and the second being the maximum. These values could be length, percentage, FR, fraction, or a keyword like max content. Wrap each of your already defined values with a grid template columns property in a min-max function, using each value as the second argument. The first argument should be alright. Min-max. The first argument should be 2 rems. Alright. Let me expand that. Min-max of first argument should be 2 rem. Min-content. Min-max 2 rems. Alright, press save. Okay, it's behaving better. Let's expand it a little bit. Okay, 2 columns. 2 columns. 2 columns. 1. Those are. Oh, it becomes 1 column. Okay. It's a start. RIP to whoever ever listens to this wearing headphones. My coughing. Okay. min-max, so that's probably why. Now there should be 3 columns. There we go. This reminds me of the blogs I used to have, where the main body would be here and the sides would have the widgets. Oh, Blogger. Good times. Let me resize this. No, I don't really like it that way. Anyway, step 34. Use the min-max function. That did that, right? Just need to copy and paste it here. Right. Step 35 of 80. Step 35 of 80. To add space between rows in the grid layout, you can use the row gap property, right? Give the main selector a row gap property of theorem. The row gap property came up in an earlier project. I think we had to make a spreadsheet. Row gap property. Rem stands for relative M. M is another unit where it's like it's another weird measurement using fonts. Should I look it up for you guys? Let's look it up for you guys. Define rem CSS root M. Not relative, okay. Relative to the font size set on the root element of the document. It's the unit of measurement used to define sizes. Oh, that's what we're doing. The root element is here. Defines the relative size to the font size set on the root element of the document. And everything is relative to this font size. Okay, I'm glad I looked that up. I mean, it's not something I'm going to. It's like a nice to know. Nice to know. Okay, next. To add space between rows in the grid layout, you can use the row gap property, right? Okay, that's all. Next. Your magazine will have 3 primary sections, right? 1 section, 2 section, 3 section. You already set the overall layout in the main rule. Okay. Where are the grid and the columns, the gap? Save it. But you can adjust the placement in the child rules. One option is the grid column property, which is shorthand for grid column start and grid column end. The grid column property tells a grid item which grid line to start and end at. That's a lot of information all at one time. What? Okay, your magazine will have 3 primary sections. You can adjust the placement of the child rules. Okay, Okay. Grid column property tells the grid item which grid line to start and end at, right? Because it's a grid. Create a dot heading rule. Set the grid column. Set the grid column property 2 by 2/3. This will tell the heading element to start at grid line 2 and at grid line 3. Alright, let's check it out. Let's zoom out. Nope. Not what I wanted. Alright, we're about to save. 3, 2, 1. Did not see a difference. Heading. Which one's my heading? This one, right? Hero. Heading. Yep, that is my heading. Okay. Heading starts in grid column 2. This will tell the heading element to start at grid line 2 and end at grid line 3. Grid line 2 and end at grid line 3. Sure. CSS grids. Grid line 2. Grid line 2. I'm spending a little time figuring this out because it's the first time I'm exposed to this, so this is like an opportunity to just clarify some things at first so I remember it later. So it's good to put the effort now than to think I know something and not know anything. So we create a heading rule as the grid column property 2 divided by 3, 2 or 3. This will tell the heading element to start at grid line 2. Which one is the grid line 2? Grid line 2. Grid line 2 and end at grid line 3. Oh, okay. Is this grid line 1, grid line 2, grid line 3? Because we did say... did set 3 columns, 1 fractional. Grid line 2. I'm gonna ignore this because that's an image, right? This is grid line 2, grid line 3. I'm gonna go with that. That's what my gut's telling me. Alright. Let's go back. I think that's it, right? Create a dot text selector. Into the grid column property. Okay. Nice. Why is it nice? Because it just brought everything together. There's a text class? When did we have a text class? Text class. Oh, here we go. Text. First text class. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going. For additional control over the layout of your content, you have a CSS grid within a CSS grid. You can have a CSS grid within a CSS grid. Okay, so the display property of your heading selector to grid. Okay. 3, 2, 1, save. Nothing there yet. Let's see where this is going. Heading is going to be apparent. Heading contains the hero, the author, the social icons. So the hero image, the hero title, the hero blurb, then the author, date, the icons. I'm going to shrink it down to this. Okay. Did I save? 3, 2, 1, save. Okay. Oh, okay, I didn't even do anything. Give your heading. Wait. Now I can style the content of the heading element with CSS grid, right? The CSS repeat function is used to repeat a value rather than writing out manually and is helpful for grid layouts. For example, setting the grid template columns property to repeat 20 and 20 pixel would create 20 columns each 200 pixels wide. That's very useful. Let's get that. Repeat a value rather than writing values. Good stuff. Alright, how are we doing this? Alright. Give your heading element a grid template columns property. Grid template columns. Wait. Columns property set to repeat. 2 columns, 1 fraction each. Alright, 3, 2, 1, we're looking over here. 3, 2, 1, save. Any difference? Okay, wait. I see these things. This section and that section just divided. So let's comment that out. Before, they're all stacked and stacked. Now, they're in 2 columns. 1 fraction long, right? 1 fraction to create 2 columns of equal widths. Alright. But how do you decide which one gets what? Hopefully that is something we get to explore next. Step 40, give your heading and select a row gap. 1.5 rems. Before, after. That's interesting because social moves down. The other ones don't. Okay. You and I are figuring things out, learning. Let's go. Step 41. Remember that grid column property determines which columns an element starts and ends at. And key. Alright, create a hero selector and give it a grid column property. Set it to 1. Right, 1. This will tell the element to span the full width of the grid. 1 from 1 to -1. So from first column to the last column. Okay, so we're looking at the hero section. So let's go 1, 2, 3, save. Very nice. Okay, 1 to -1, 1 to 2. The hero section is a child of the heading section. Alright. Give the hero selector position property set to relative. Okay. Relative. Coughing right at the camera. Coughing right at the camera. Step 43, you should remove the temporary width attribute before writing the CSS for your hero image. You should remove, oh yeah, let's get rid of that. Now it's going to be a giant. Step 44, create an image selector. Yep. Create an image selector. Image selector. Doesn't need a dot because it's like one of the HTML tags. With property set to 100%. And an object fit property set to color. 3, 2, 1, save. Alright. Look at that. Shrink. Oops. Wrong window. Shrinky, shrink. Yep, shrinks. Grows. Good news for me. So now I can get more real estate. Object fit cover. Oops. Create a hero tile selector. Give text align, property set to center. Color, property set to orange red. And a font size set probably 8 rows. Alright. Our new curriculum is a hero title, so let's see what happens. Saving in 3, 2, 1. Whoa, okay. That's cool. Text align. The subtitle also needs to be styled. Subtitle, right? Create a hero subtitle. Give it a font size 2 rems, 2.4 rems. And a color property set to orange red. And a text align center. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Create an author selector, right? And give it a font size 2 rems. Font family, overall way, fallback, sans serif. 3, 2, 1, save, nice. Create and there's no hover, nice. Create an author name, hover, selector, get a background color. 3206 203. So we got rid of the text decoration for links, which by default is a good underline and color blue. So now we're going to do a hover. The author name is a link. Now when the mouse hovers over it, It's going to change the background color. So 3, 2, 1, save. Go over there. Background does not change color because the number is wrong. Too many numbers. 3, 2, 1, save. Hover. See, background color changes. Create a publish date selector. Go to color property of RGBA. A is... I should know this. Alpha? Is it RGBA alpha? What does RGBA stand for? Alpha, yep. Fourth alpha channel. Strength of the colors. Thank you. 255. So it's going to be bright. 0.5 for the intensity. I think color intensity from 0.0 to 1. Save. Publish date. So we're here. Didn't really change much, but okay. Didn't change much. Oh yeah, it changed. Create a social icons selector. Display property of a grid. Font size. 3 arms. Here we go. These guys right there. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Why is it stacked? Is that something responsive? Nope, they're stacked. So there's 2 columns, 1 column here, 1 column there. Default setting for CSS Grid will create additional rows as needed, unlike Flexbox. Grid template column power repeat 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to arrange on a single row. Nice. So the default setting for CSS Grid will create additional rows as needed, unlike Flexbox. Give the social icon selector grid template columns, because we already have the grid. Grid template columns. Repeat 5 times with 1 fraction. 3, 2, 1, save. Nice. So they're all each 1 column. Alright, we're closing out 50 minutes. I wanted to do multiple hours, but I'm already getting very tired from this illness. Okay. Which is not good because I did sleep quite a bit earlier yesterday. Tomorrow, I after the stream, go up and sleep, wake up, clean up, come back down here, and get to it. I got this. We got this. Let's continue. Alright, did that. Yep, next 152. If you wanted to add more social icons, I could. They're getting verbose. I wanted to add more social icons, but keep them on the same row. You would need to update grid template columns to create additional columns. As an alternative, you can use the grid autoflow property. Enki. This property takes either row or column's first value. Tense. Algorithm. To allow create new columns for condos needed. Wow, that's really cool. Set the grid. Okay. Grid auto flow column. Can override. Now the auto placement algorithm will kick in when you add a new icon element. However, the algorithm defaults the new column width to be auto, which will not match your current columns. You could override this with the grid auto columns property grid auto columns. Set it's 1 FR. So I see. So every time a new column is added, instead of being auto, it's going to be 1 fraction, just like the other ones. That's good. Grid auto columns. Much like Flexbox, with CSS Grid, you can align the content of grid items with align items. Right, and justify items. Align items will align each other. It's really important to take note of these definitions, because even if you're not using them, you will see these in other places. So some of these words and terms, and they're the same exact definition, will show up on when you're doing mobile development. If you're working on iOS Xcode and you're using, I remember I used a Visual Xcode in the old days. You could align them and justify them. I didn't know what they meant, but I just knew if you did that, it would do. I knew from reaction of the buttons, but then later on, years after I was doing Xcode, I saw with Webflow they also had these options. So it's good that you kind of take note of what these words mean, so that when you see it again in a different environment, but they're doing the same thing, which is work with the front end. you'll know like what you're trying to do. What does justify items do? It'll align the child elements on the row axis. Give the social icons align items. Properties at center. Let's bring that back. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Give the text selector, which we have earlier. Where are you? Give the text selector a font size 1.8 rems. Letter spacing 6 pixels. 3, 2, 1. Save. Nice. I like that. Font size 1.8 rems. You like that? You like that? Yeah, you like that. Shout out Kirk Cousins. Step 56. Your text element is not a CSS grid, but you can create columns within an element without using grid by using column width property. Thanks. Give your .text letter column width 25 rems. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Let's Anki that. Bye. It's actually pretty clutch because sometimes I want to divide an element into columns. That's clutch. Looking good. Image, title, hero section. 2 columns. Is it responsive? Hello responsive. Hello responsive. Oh, I like that. I really like that. This could inspire me to like write some cool articles and like publish on like a blog. But not like a templated thing, but like write an article, design it, publish it, magazine style. What would I write about? Step 57. Magazines often use justified text in their printed content to structure the layout and control the flow of content. While this works in printed form, justified text on websites can be an accessibility concern. Right? To make your project look like a printed magazine, give the .text selector a text-to-write property. Let's justify. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Cool. It actually looks bad, but okay, we're gonna take that. Alright. Let's bring back Anki. That's cool. first letter. The text content of an element. Create a dot. This is the first letter of the first paragraph. It's going to select the first letter. Okay. Set the font size. Font size probably 6 rems. 6 rems. So I give a color. Orange, red. 3, 2, 1. So S should change. And it does. Does the other ones change? Nope, it's just the first paragraph. The other text has been shifted out of place. True. Moving into position by giving first paragraph, first letter selector float property. Set to the left. 3, 2, 1, save. Alright. Margin right property. Margin right property. Set to 1 rem. 3, 2, 1, save. Wish the S was a little bit taller. Step 60 of 80. Can I make it there? Yeah, I can. I can make it there. Let's do this. Create an HR selector. Give it a margin property. 1.5 rem and 0. 1.5 rem is top and bottom. 0s left and right. Alright. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. To give the HR coloring to adjust the border property. Give the HR selector a border property. Select 1 pixel, solid, RGBA, 120, 120, 120, 6.6, 3, 2, 1. Quote selector. Got a color property set to 00. Beef. I need to save and see what beef looks like. 3, 2, 1, 0. Where are you, beef? That's beef. 00 beef. Font size 2.4 rems. And text align. Center. To make this quote stand out more, give the quote selector a font family property. Railway, fall back of sans serif. before. A code is not really a quote without proper quotation marks. Oh, facts, I can add quotation marks with CSS pseudo selectors. Very cool. So that's how they do it. Before content, right? Signed it. Yep, I got one. The backslash is an escape. You do that so you can fit the quote within the quote. That's used pretty much in every string. Yeah, it's one of the string things. So I have one before and after, right? Oh, okay. So the other way of doing is single quotes. Then put the double quotes. Preference. Still didn't pass. Show the content property set to. Oh, space. Still didn't pass. Space from the other side. Space from the other side. Great, let's go. Now it's time to style your third section. Note that it has text and text with image values for the class attribute. Right, create a text with image selector. Display to grid. Wow, nice. Now everything's cool. Before, this is before. And now let's do the after. Okay. Good stuff. This pretty much kind of teaches. You could use this as a way to learn how to make a landing page. Because you have your hero section, the text section. I might do this project over again a couple more times. Alright, let's say 65. It's only 80 steps, not bad. What's next? Oh, create a text image. Right. Step 66, you will need to have a column for text and a column for images. Give text image selector, grid, template, columns. Set to 1FR, 2FR, column gap. gap, column gap. 3 rooms. 3, 2, 1, save. Cool. 67. Margin bottom. 3 runs. Create a dot list selector. This is the list style type to none. There's still bullets. You should have a dot list plural, that's why. And now the bullets should be gone. Gone, bullets are gone. Give the list selector a margin top property. And set to 2 reps. Before the 2 reps. I see. After the 2 reps. $70, 10 more to go. And now margin bottom. Yep. This is saying childs of the lists. They need a 1.5 rep margin bottom. $71. Beef. Nice. And a new color, 00 beef. We should be done in the next 15 minutes. Images. Create a dot image wrapper. Display to grid. Give the image group template column. Three, two, one, save. Whoa. Some margins. Margin top, margin bottom, margin top probably. $74 gap. Yep, very good. Needed the 2 rows. Place items property. That's cool. I didn't know about this property before. Almost there, buddies. Almost there. Step 77. Now that the magazine layout is finished, you need to make it responsive. Responsive means media, queries, on the screen. At media. Media only screen. Max width the 720 pixels. I am not doing this right. I think it's a function. What's the function? MDN media queries. Syntax. Media screen. Media screen. Max width. Can they be together? So width equals 720. Create another media query. Only screen and max width 600 pixels. Oh, nice. So very nice. Create a third media query. Only screen. Max width 550 pixels. Hero. Hero subtitle. Author. Quote. List title. Font size set to 1.8 rows. much as I cough into the mic. Alright, last one. That should do it. We're done. Congratulations. Your magazine is now complete. Let's check it out. This is our magazine. Inspect. Let's make it responsive. iPhone SE. Nice. iPhone 14 Pro Max. Similarly nice. Let's flip it over. Nice. iPhone SE. Flip it over. Nice. The principles in this project is actually key. So I would probably do this project over a couple more times again. Maybe even print out the code and then analyze it, dissect it, study it. Alright, let's get out of there. Ask me later. How am I doing with this? Alright, I've done this section. I need to do the survey form. I did the magazine. Okay, so the next video, this is 29. It's 29 steps. And this second one's 104 steps. Yeah, I think tomorrow let's do this one. And maybe breakfast, lunch, this one. And then the rest of the day, do that one. So that by the end of this holiday weekend, I should have at least completed all the non-certification projects. Alright, so before we go, let's make a quick git commit. Completed. Alright, completed. Alright, gotta add the files. Completed project. Save, commit, push. Let's check out the push on GitHub. Your repositories. Boom. I did deploy it. Was dated. What? That's not good. Does this thing have the rails? It does. And there we go. Wait, what's going on? Okay. Probably will take a second to update the latest push. I think that's what's going on. That's not what it's supposed to look like. Because it's supposed to look like this. Why is that? Why is that? Let's check out the styles. Dude has all the styles. I have the dot slash. Has 96, 96. Strange. Pages, main. I want to publish again. Can I publish again? Okay. Should take a couple of seconds, a minute or two. Nope, nothing changed. That is strange. Alright, I'll figure that out later. For today, thank you for being with me for the last 93 minutes. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Copyright MKBHD.